Hello, and welcome to the Red Room. This is my office. If you're seeing behind me, you're seeing me looking from the Red Room at my home office, trying to get a little quiet time on a Sunday to make this a conversation about our newest and perhaps almost the best thing we've had for a year, back wall showcase. So hello from the Flower Nook. It's located at 208 East Iron here in Salina. You know, the Flower Nook has been peddling, I like to call it peddling flowers since 1945. My husband and I, Wayne, here in this photo, have been the owners for 39 years, and we have always wanted and tried very hard to develop a philosophy of shopper entertainment. We offer the customer kind of a sensory playground, and we want to educate also on our love of the floral community. And because of this blending, the Flower Nook has been able to create an artist's atmosphere where local artisan and collectors can showcase their various forms of creativity. But I want to tell you kind of how it started for us, because it has a, like everything, it has a storyline of how it wound up being. So the red carnation is my story that I tell over and over to anyone that will listen to us on how it happened. In the flower world, oh my gosh, we have the most wonderful time because we get to see products that come in, and for the first time you can see it and smell it and all the new colors, and every time you see something you're in love all over again. So you want the public, you assume that the public feels the very same way that you do about flowers and plants and just nature and botanical. So you'll get a customer that comes in and they'll say to you, I want something different. And oh my gosh, it's like Pavlov's dog. You begin to get excited and your heart starts to beat, and you're talking about, we've got protea, we've got kangaroo paw, and I could make you a 4-foot installation and we could add the feathers and the rhinestones in. And then the person says, well, I just wanted some red carnations. Oh, well, now there's nothing wrong with red carnations. Nice flower. But in the creativity world, if you spent 39 years doing red carnations, it just takes your creativity and just smushes it down. So the creative process actually has some steps. And some people like to say it's a scientific method. And some people take, you just start and then eventually you end up. And that's kind of where I wind up doing. But the story of the Flower Nook and with the process we are has been our effort to stop our process of the red carnation and become more creative in that showcase. We recognize that one of the most important ways that we can demonstrate the need and the value of investing in art is creating a safe location for both the artisan and for the community. We've been able to introduce the community to not only fine arts, but the woodcrafter and the jewelry maker and the sewer and the candle maker and the potter and the metal worker, and the list goes on and on. I wish I could record the conversation as these makers explain to me their process and their passion in creating or in collecting, and at the same time record the conversation of the public when they discover for the first time up close and personal in a safe environment these various traits. They recognize the fine stitchery or the different colors in that painting or the fine metal work that people have to do. It just once again rewards my soul over and over and over again to be able to introduce and hear the conversation and know that I'm on the right track. So besides displaying art and creating vendor type displays, we discovered that many people wanted the chance to step outside their comfort zone and create just for the sake of creating. And they always say, I'm not an artist. And I say, that's okay, because what you are is creative, and it's the creative process that I want to honor. What you're seeing here on this film is a few of the public art challenges that we've asked our community to take part of. So you see lip print. We had a campaign called I Want Your Lips, which yielded 75 people who allowed us to put makeup on their lips and then give a 5x7 photograph. The veggie face, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. We paired with a farmer's market and we let people just create on the plate take a photo, give me the photo. We actually made a calendar of all the different things that came out because it was just so fun, so simple, and yet so fun. And we called that Play With Your Food. It was a fun, different campaign, old and young together. So that kind of brings us forward to this video and you that are watching it, and the Flower Nook and the Magnolia Leaf Challenge. So the challenge was sent out to my fiber friends, and we asked if people would help us do a showcase. And I said, I will give you the leaves if you create something using fiber, and then we'll put it on the wall. And I wanted to showcase this because fiber, magnolia leaves are brittle. You know, the preserved leaves are brittle. They're dried and they're not easy to work with. So the line between fragility and strength, when it comes to combining this, I thought would make an extraordinary, incredible work of craftsmanship. And then I realized it really was a conversation about 2020. You know, the leaf art was the perfect form to show the tenderness and yet the tension that human connection when we were all trying to survive and look for just the smallest sign of things are going to be okay. And that is really how the leaf art challenge went out. Now, I have to say once again, thank you, thank you, thank you to Becky Stevenson, who contacted me after I sent out this kind of round robin who was interested. And she said, I got a group of ladies that are dynamite, and I think they're up to the challenge. The Missouri Fiber Artists. And here is a photograph of the women. I hope everybody is present in that photograph, and a really wonderful kind of conversation about the women, who they are. And I love it that they are weavers and basket makers and spinners and knitters, and it goes on and on and on. And you also, in the same line of the red carnation, are trying to bring awareness, promoting your fiber artists to the nation and increasing the public awareness of fiber art. I loved it. It was the perfect combination of you and us, and I just can't thank you enough. Just humbled me with the work, and we're going to show that work. So the way it starts is we made posters, and we started the advertising conversation with a lot of different media things, and sent the leaves to Becky. She dispersed them, and then they started to come in. And when they came in, once again, the process of you guys shipping was almost like an art in itself. It was like Christmas. Every day there'd be a new package, and sometime in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon. So professionally packaged. You guys wrote me notes about how to get the piece out of there. You sent me return labels. We have packing material. You know, it was just really wonderful. I thank you. I thank you for all the effort, because I know it was an effort to get everything organized, to get it here, and I assure you that I will get it back to you in the very same loving method that you sent it to me. So the Magnolia Leaf Challenge, I'm going to go through. I want to show you some of the most wonderful, because I know that you don't get to see it. I hate that you aren't going to be here in presence to look at this and be inspired like I am. So hopefully seeing it in this video will kind of make up for that. So I'm just going to go through it for you. So what you're seeing here is a combination of photos taken on our back wall. And besides the wonderful Missouri fiber artists, I did have 3 of my local fiber tribe send in something. You see 2 of them there on top of the Victrola, Carla, Kayla, and Christy. And then you see Marianne Tankings, who is a wonderful fiber artisan herself also. And here's the whole back wall of our 2,000 square foot front of the Flower Nook showcase. Made a very wonderful, striking back wall. We were displayed in the paper with a press release, which I thought was wonderful also. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you, women, again, for sending me the most wonderful exhibit that had renewed my passion and love and hope that, you know, art will keep us going in the year 2020. I just can't thank you enough for sending me your creations, your passion, your special projects. And I just wish that you could be here with me and see this. We've already had the most wonderful comments. People have just stopped and stared and the oh my goshes. And for you that wrote how the method was with the special method, my fiber friends here have just been very inspired by it. And I just cannot thank you enough for joining the Flower Nook community and the art wall for April 2021. Thank you, thank you, thank you.